When I first moved into this house about 10 years ago, my dad mentioned to me that pretty soon you're going to need to paint the foundation. And I can't remember if it was that summer a year later or maybe about 2 years later, but that was a project I worked on of try to scrape off some of that old paint, smooth it out, and maybe fill in some spots in the foundation. Then to put a coat of primer on, and then there were two coats, I believe, of the final color. It had been a green color, almost like a John Deere green, and then it's kind of a cross between burgundy and maroon is what it is now. And even though that's a darker red, if you can picture it, it's kind of got a bright hue to it, even though it's a darker color. And I know that different people, boy, you'd have just thought I had a brand new foundation, when really all I've done is just reworked and repainted that. And I know that there are some people who have did a lot more work to their foundation as far as maybe stabilizing their house and just making that building and structure last for even longer. And as we think about Jesus Christ, there's a passage of scripture I'll read to you. Here it's in 1 Corinthians 3, verses 9 through 11. For we are co-workers in God's service. You are God's field, God's building. By the grace God has given me, I laid a foundation as a wise builder, and someone else is building on it. But each one should build with care. For no one can lay any foundation other than the one already laid, which is Jesus Christ. And so there is that foundation that we have as Christian people. We're built upon the foundation of Jesus Christ. And just as your house and my house is much better in having that good, solid foundation, it's that reminder to us. Are we building our house, our spiritual house, upon the rock of Christ? Because just as we think about the world, we know that we can build upon the ways of the world. But boy, you talk about shifting sand, you talk about sinking sand. Like the old song says, on Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. Don't build your life upon the sands of this world. Build your life upon the eternal rock of Christ. This is something to take to heart with you today and think about everything that you do.